Hello everybody and welcome to the Kansas Speedway for our third NASCAR Xfinity Series hot seat race of the season. Our third career start, still winless, still without a top 5 finish. Of course at Talladega, I believe we ended up with the top 10. Oh, we got trouble on lap 1. Cole Custer, Sam Mayer crashing the outside wall. All Geyers around. Herbst is crashing. Multiple cars everywhere. The big one has happened at Kansas here on lap number 1. After a mega crash results after two of your leaders get together, Custer, Sam Mayer, collect Justin Allgaier, clean out Riley Earps. Cars do not know where to go. I managed to get through this full sending it on the bottom, but a whole bunch of guys at the back of the field are not so fortunate and pile right into the absolute melee that ensues. You see from Riley Earps. Mayer just goes too high up the track and wipes out Cole Custer, and ensuing collects his teammate of Allgaier. It is all hell breaking loose behind us. Everyone's slamming into each other. Look at all the hard hits. Arca brakes piling in back here. A bunch of guys. Josh Berry, Joe Graff collects some damage. Meanwhile, back at the front here, we get by nice and clean and continue on our way. Probably already jumping up into the top 10 in the running order just by avoiding that crash. We're going to go on board with myself here and watch how we manage to avoid this crash here in Kansas. See there, we managed to full send it on the bottom, a little bit of a lift, get through and clear Brandon Jones coming out into turn 3 and turn 4, take our position. But meanwhile, back at the front, Sammy Smith is going to lead the field back to the caution flag here in Kansas. We are rolling back around the 6th spot, but Sammy Smith, the leader in Kansas. We get back underway on lap 6. It's still Sam Mayer leading his teammate of John Hunter Nemechek in 2nd. Austin Hill runs in 3rd. You have the 24 of Mosack in 4th, Brett Moffitt 5th, and we are back in 6th place trying to make our way forward. Already the inside of Brett Moffitt for a top 5 position. We will take that position and pull a slide job on Connor Mosack into 4th place already. What a beautiful move here on this restart. We clearly have a fast car and can be in contention for this win here in Kansas. Looking for our first ever Xfinity win back here. Look where the chaos is. Cole Custer, the 66, Alfredo Perkins, a whole bunch of guys back here. Josh Berry, most of these guys involved in that initial crash. Behind us, there's some contact. Around goes to 66 to Timmy Hill into the wall. And Hill gets turned by Alfredo in front of the pack and is going to get hit by Stephen Parsons. And the caution will come out here at Kansas. So one car incident there. As back at the front, I'm racing Austin Hill back to the line for 2nd. We've already passed John Hunter Nemechek. We go way down in the apron there, getting sideways off of the door of the 21 of Austin Hill. We still drive it in so deep. And 3 and 4, we force Hill up the racetrack, take his line away, and move into the 2nd spot. And be so close to catching Sammy Smith, but Sammy Smith leads once again to the caution flag. But we run a strong 2nd here in Kansas, and now we lead on the restart to Sammy Smith pits. We have a horrible restart. Creed gets underneath us, there's a little bit of contact, and Creed slams us into the outside wall hard. Big hit. We come down the track into Chandler Smith. The 16 goes around in front of Honeyman, and we got a huge crash breaking out. Alfredo Arca brake slamming into him. Sammy Smith piles in. John Hunter Nemechek is in it. Josh Berry, Lane Riggs. A massive crash erupts here at the Kansas Speedway on a restart after a wild turn of events. To see all these guys piling on. Austin Hill, Sammy Smith were in the top 5. So was Nemechek earlier. Chandler Smith, he was running up in 3rd when this all happened. Unbelievable. You see what happens here is myself and Sheldon Creed. I was trying to hold him down the restart, and then he hits us, slams the outside wall hard. We slide down to save it, and Chandler Smith nowhere to go, right into the back of us, gets clipped by Honeyman. They both go around. He gets clipped by Retzloff, and at that point, the 16 is just along for the ride till Alfredo slams into him, goes up into Sammy Smith. Then Matt Mills gets clipped, and everyone back here, nowhere to go, piles into the big one, V2 here in Kansas. Look at Kligerman, Clements. They get by narrowly, but see, Nemechek piled in hard at the back there. Here's a full-speed replay. It was honestly racing incident between myself and Sheldon. I think it was a mix of both our faults. I came down a little bit, he came up a little bit, just came together and triggered this whole crash behind us. That takes out a lot of contenders. Nemechek, Hill, Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith, they were all very fast tonight. And now our destroyed race cars. First of all, we gotta see how the 10 of Daniel Hemrick gets through this track. Watch this with Daniel Hemrick's on board. Right, this is all going to start having one from. See me there, get hit by Chandler, so 16 goes around. But watch how the 10 somehow splits the gap and gets through that crash. Incredible wreck avoidance by the 10 of Daniel Hemrick right there. That was unbelievable. Now I'm going to get my angle here and go from the Angle TV2 view of myself and Sheldon Creed from the West. You hit him right there, and he just came down, and then he didn't lift and went right up the racetrack and slammed us, and all these guys behind us go crashing hard. And the rest is history here as Connor Mosack in the 24 is just taking the lead away from Sheldon Creed up there as he bounced off the wall trying to chase down the 2. Not quite enough. So back in the restart though after pit stops and shaking up the race order, Parker Kligerman is now leading here at Kansas. Can Kligerman get his first career win? You got Mason Massey behind him in second. You got the 45 of Rajah Caruth. Josh Berry's up there. Daniel Hemrick, Jeb Burton. We are all the way at the back here. The back of the field trying to get track position back, as of course we had to get some damage repairs from what Shelton Creed slammed us into the wall there. So that's our track position. I have to fight to get it all back here as we try to work. We lift a little bit, try to go the outside, nearly 4 wide if we can make that pass. We decide to cross over the bottom, get by Leland Honeyman and Blaine Perkins as John Hernimacek's slow, destroyed car comes to the pits. He's going to be running through the pits the rest of the race, so he won't be a factor. Now you're charging in the bottom. Parker Retz off a huge bump. He saves it. Almost wrecks the 11 of Lane Riggs and 39 of Ryan Sieg right there, but we make that pass go by them, get by Sam Mayer, continue to easily fly right through the pack here. They're really 3 wide in front. Go by Joe Graff Jr., go by Caruth, Moffitt, Berry. Now working our way by the 29 machine of Kyle Sieg in the 3 and 4. We give Clements nearly. We lift to avoid hitting him. We go 4 wide right by Clements, Allgaier, and Joe Graff. We have an absolute rocket ship. We are just hauling the mail, flying it by everyone here. Already by Jeb Burton. That'll put us inside the top 5 here in Kansas. As we already look to take 4th away from Parker Kligerman here to turn 1 and 2. That's what we will do. And then we'll take 3rd away from Riley Earps. And it's now just Connor Mosak and Daniel Hemrick have to get around. We easily pass the 24 Mosak on the inside, clear high. And now are in 2nd place, chasing down the race leader, Daniel Hemrick, after an incredible charge on the street start here in Kansas. We will take the lead away from Hemrick on the inside lane with our mind-blowing speed. That is just too much for the rest of the field to handle. And we're going to start driving away with the lead in Kansas. Now we move on to trouble with the 44. Leland Honeyman slams into the destroyed lap car, John Hernimacek, who's just making laps around pit road. And the 44 Honeyman's going to slide down the track and it's going to get drilled by Lane Riggs. Oh, Kaz Grala slams into him as well. A hellacious crash. Sammy Smith is destroyed in this. Brennan Poole. Oh, and then Ryan Sieg slams into this hard. Sends the 44 up and over. He's already on his lid. Thanks to the Lane Riggs contact, but my God, what has happened here to Honeyman? I don't know what he's thinking. He just drives right into John Hernimacek. Just clearly, I'm not paying attention. I don't see you sleep behind the wheel, brother. What are you doing? And then nowhere to go. Boom! The slam by Lane Riggs upside down, and then Gralla clips him. But the real big hits can come with Ryan. He comes flying in, slams the 44, sends him upside down, toppling and rolling over, and a hellacious crash here at Kansas. This can take almost pretty much all of those guys. We go by on the high side, get into the wall, but we avoid the crash and maintain our nearly 10-second lead over Riley Earps. Back to the line here at the caution. So now we're going to restart in the lead. The 25 Brett Moffitt's a lap car trying to get back on the lead lap. He'll restart in front of us. We have Hemrick behind us. We maintain the lead. We go up to throw the block. Block the 10, but we do have some lead lap cars on the inside trying to find a way by back there, like Kligerman and Allgaier, but no luck so far. We maintain this race lead on this restart. Get the bumper to the back of the 8. Josh Berry, he goes over to the wall. We stick the 8 to Berry in the fence. We give him the bumper. Being too aggressive trying to get those positions. We put Josh Berry in the wall. Cost him a lot of positions. I mean, he's already 1 lap down, but we cost him even more by just sending him, punting him completely out of the way right there. Not that we want to have that exchange go down. Now we easily get by the lap car, Brett Moffitt, and we'll continue to drive away here in Kansas. And now on lap 34, oh, trouble. Jeremy Clements to the outside wall. Daniel Hemrick is crashing. The 4, the 38 involved. The 08, 43, multiple cars. A huge crash here at Kansas will take out Daniel Hemrick. Jeremy Clements, other contenders. So on the restart now on lap 38, just 17 to go. We are battling the 29 of Kyle Sieg for the lead here into turn 1 and 2. We right now have the high lane. We have the race again. The back of the 25, Brett Moffitt. He slides, almost wrecked it. We both have to lift off the throttle big time to save it. And that will give Connor Mosak the race lead on the bottom of that 24 machine as we try to hold off now. Kyle Sieg in the 29 and the 9 of Brandon Jones. We managed to get to the outside of the 29 of Kyle Sieg. That will be for the 2nd position on the racetrack. We get a big run on his outside. We get into the wall, get in the back of Brett Moffitt. Does not work. We fall back into 3rd this time by the start-finish line. But how about Connor Mosak, Kyle Sieg having a 1-2 run right now here in Kansas after we struggled on the restart. But now we're going to go the middle lane, get around Kyle Sieg into 2nd place. Now to the outside of Josh Berry with an aggressive move. It works for us as we get the momentum on the exit of 2 down the backstretch. We're going to be 3 wide, nearly into 3 and 4. We throw a huge block on Josh Berry. We take 2nd now, set our sights on chasing down Connor Mosak for the race lead. We're going to have a big run here coming out out of 3 and 4. We get to the inside of Mosak. He checks up. We get the run to the inside to the bottom. We will lead that lap narrowly at the lines. We take the lead back from Mosak and clear him heading into turn 1 and 2 here in Kansas. Now we move on to us trying to come down for a pit stop with just 11 laps to go, coming to 10 to go in this race, and we go too fast and miss the pits. We overcooked an entry. The next lap we come back down with only 2 cars on the lead lap, myself and Herbst. We come in for our pit stop. This time we make it in and come to the attention of our number 77 Spire Motorsports pit crew. So the pit crew is going to be a 4-tire pit stop, and we're going to fill her up with gas to get back out there on the racetrack and finish off this race strong and hopefully bring home our first career Xfinity Series win, as we were absolutely driving away from the rest of the field. Great pit stop by the pit crew. We go back out onto the pit road, and now we're going to drive our way out here back onto the racetrack and hopefully blend back into the race lead. As long as we beat the 98 out of the pits, I think we should be good. That's what we're going to do. As you see us here from this exit of pit road view, we're going to pass Riley Earps coming out of pit road. Take the lead out of the guys that have pitted. The question is, how will we merge with the 24 Connor Mosak, who was running second when we initially started the pit stop cycle? We merge back here coming through turn 1 and 2. We stay low because we cannot merge until the back straightaway here in the race lead. Just 9 laps to go in this race. There's Connor Mosak. He's caught us. It's going to be a battle for the race lead. Myself and Connor Mosak, we go up the racetrack, throwing a huge block. Mosak to the inside, almost. Contact made. And Connor Mosak takes the lead for a moment on the inside, but we got a huge run on the outside. We lift, almost wrecking with Mosak. Incredible battle for the lead. But we will take the lead from Mosak and start driving away once again. Now we move on to 2 to go. Now we're taking the white flag. Final lap. Presented by Credit One Bank here in Kansas, as we look to bring home our first career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory and only our 3rd start of our career. Of course, we had the other starts at Talladega and at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Bristol, of course, got the pole, led a bunch of laps, swept the stages, ended up crashing out of that race. Talladega, we had led a couple of laps, got a stage win, a couple of stage points, finished inside the top 10. And now here at Kansas, we are going to finally break through, as we will get our first career Xfinity win here in Kansas, as we do it in dominating fashion, no less. Winning by 13 seconds over the 24 of Connor Mosak, who has something for Kansas. As remember, in the 2023 NR2003 simulation, he won at Kansas, and he's going to come home second here in this NXS hot seat race. Kyle C. comes home in 3rd. 4th is going to go to Brandon Jones. Blaine Perkins with a top 5 finish. How about that? Justin Allgaier 6th. Riley Earps, Parker Retzloff, Austin Hill, and Sheldon Creed going to be your top 10 here in Kansas, as we get ready to burn it down in celebration down the front stretch here in Kansas. For the first time in the Xfinity Series, we get Spire Motorsports their first ever Xfinity win, and the number 77 machines. We go to be a big burnout here on the front straightaway for our first ever Xfinity win at a track that we have been winless at in the Craftsman Truck Series, being wrecked in countless incidents while fighting hard for the win. But we finally get it done here in the Xfinity Series. A little bit of damage on the right side and a big time burnout to celebrate a dominating performance. And Carly pretty much kept clean. Had a great battle there with Connor Mosak coming out of the pits. And we just finished the job as we go burning it down into the grass. Just really taking it all in. Celebrating this awesome first career Xfinity win. First of many, I would hope. As you'll see, so now we're going to try to do the almost Matt Kansas style burnout right up against the outside wall. That doesn't really work in the game, so I'll try again. Didn't work that time. And then we bang the wall again and trying to find a way to turn around the car to do a proper finish to this burnout right now. We're acting like an absolute fool here. And we finally get turned around, hit the wall, and finish off the burnout here on the bottom of the front stretch on the apron here, as you're your winners here at Kansas Speedway for the first time in our Xfinity Series career. And I think the race results on the left side of your screen as we prepare to head into our next hot seat, which will be at the Stafford Speedway. So till then, I hope you all have a good one.